Right, the Japanese postman's been busy. To fill up my man cave, I've been badgering BanDai, not directly, but indirectly via third-party companies. These are quite rare now because Disney have announced that BanDai are only allowed to sell to the Japanese and Asian market. What they've decided for the sponsorship rights to distribute Star Wars merchandise around the world, BanDai can only supply the Japanese market. The European and US market, Revell, are going to be deploying their models. I saw a video the other day of some of their models. Limited, not very good stock, and it's aimed at kids. The vast majority of it. I think they've got about 2 or 3 pieces that are aimed at anything from 14 plus. But anyway, moving on. The first one, Star Wars X-Wing fighter. This is the 1/72 scale. There's loads of these online. People have done them, reviewed them. I'm late to the party getting these, but I've got a lot, and I think there's one more coming. There's one more. But yeah, they're basically snap together model kits. This has all come out of the sprues, sorry, out of the bags, because I've washed and cleaned all of this. But that's what they are. They're very detailed parts, all unpainted, but they're coloured, and you get stickers and water slide decals to put in them. The X-Wing Starfighter looks one of the more complicated ones. But we can put that to one side. Next up, ATST. Again, 1/48 scale, this one. So the scales are like chopping and changing all over the shop, which is a bit of a shame because you couldn't put them all in a diorama and they'd all look brilliant, but it's exactly the same. Different parts on sprues, different numbers, different colours. Good amount of detail. So that looks all okay. So yeah, ATST. And then sort of, as you look around the side, you've got everything's in Japanese. Every single instruction that comes with these BanDai kits is in Japanese. Because BanDai knew they only had the license for Japan. You get the odd little bit that's in English, but all the instructions. And the thing I learned the other week about the barcodes on the BanDai, you've got like the part number, etc., but at the very end, that 4-digit number is the recommended retail price in yen, Japanese yen, that this should go for. So that's 2,400 yen. Just a snippet of information. You've got more stuff around there. Right, we'll stay with the bad guys. There's one bad guy ship missing, and I'll let you guess what one it is. So we have the Typhon, standard Typhon. This one looks quite an easy one. Again, this one only arrived the other day because there's only like 4 sprues, but you've got all the bits there, and then the structures to put on the sprues. Oh, and the instructions are all in Japanese, but they are normally full colour, step by step, idiot proof for people like me. So you've got bits like that, and then you've got detailed instructions there of where to paint it, where to put the decals, colour guide down the bottom. That looks brilliant. So there's the TIE Fighter. So that's 4 sprues, and that's just the base that comes on the little laser squiggly bits. Sticking with the bad guys, this one arrived this morning, quite advanced. This one has got hardly anything, and this scale is 1/72. That's 1/72, that's 1/48, and that's 1/72. So all the ships are going to be the same scale, which is good. It's just this, like this one, the wing sections are all sort of sub-assembled. So this one's only got like 2 sprues stickers and slides, and then the base. So there's hardly anything to this one, and it's but again, it's all this simple instructions on where to paint it and where to put your Darth Vader. So it looks all very good. Again, that one's turned up this morning, so I haven't had time to get it out and give it a wash. Now we go to the good guys, back to the good guys. This one. This Y-Wing I wasn't going to get because it's one of those ships and it don't really appeal in much. I don't think Luke Skywalker actually flies one. There's no character in any of these that you actually bond with. But then I saw what people were doing online, and I saw the amount of detail that you can get on this one. Like, I've never seen anyone, because this part here, if you can see that bit is actually covered up with that roundel bit. So that is what's behind that. But that on the sprue is just plain grey. It's like this outer colour, sorry, it's this outer colour grey, all of this. So this is what someone's obviously coloured. And this is someone who's gone to extreme detail. Again, this one's a little bit more expensive, this one, because there's a lot more bits. So that's 3,400 yen. Yeah, as I say, I wasn't going to buy this one because it wasn't top of my list, but you get all sorts on it. Sorry about the rustling on the things, but again, this one's got loads of bits. Yeah, they're those bits that were coloured. To give those any justice, I've got to give these to somebody that's got a far steadier hand than me. Or I might do what everyone else has just done and cover them up. Right. Excuse all the rustling of plastic. It's the most annoying sound on the internet. So there's that one. And Snowspeeder. So this one is the one that people do associate with. Luke Skywalker flies it in Empire Strikes Back, etc. There's more detail there. Same old stuff, everything in Japanese. It's a modified Incom T-47 airspeeder. Now you know. Like, this one is a 1/48 scale. So this is the same scale as that, which is weird. So why did they make that the same scale as that when the other ships are 172? Oh, I don't know. It just makes it confusing and a pain in the bum if you want to put them in a diorama. Again, this one's all been de-sprued and washed and debagged and washed. And this one was the retail, and this is probably again 2,400 yen. Yeah, 2,400 yen. So yeah, there's one more to come, which is the speeder bike. Which I'm waiting on. The obvious omissions are there's no TIE bomber. You know, the one that was like the advanced. The TIE bomber is basically that, but you have two of these. So what they do is they extend it, and you have two of those side by side. I'll try and put a picture in of a TIE bomber. Which is a shame, because to have all three would be great. Middle, I think that's the B-wing. And if they were to bring out an AT-AT with the quality of this kit, that would just be the ultimate icing on the cake. I don't need the Millennium Falcon because I'm building the D'Agostini one of that. So hopefully when that one blows all these out of the water, because that one is like enormous, it's bigger than this desk, I'd never be able to fit it in the frame. So that's those. When the next one comes, I'll see what happens. And I'm also going to keep an eye on the BanDai website to see what else they do, because I'm sure there's, as as we get nearer to December, as the film rolls out, I know Revell have announced Q4 model releases for the up and coming film, and then there's Q1, Q2 next year, and again there's going to be sequels and that, because if this new film turns out to be an absolute dud, I think everyone's just going to be like eating humble pie and going, oh well, yeah, it was doomed for... I've not seen excitement about a film on a franchise that has been over 40 years, well, no, nearly 40 years, to this scale. It's great because you've got little kids that are into it, and you've got adults, well, I say adults, people my age that are into it, that grew up with it, and it's still as strong as ever. You go into any toy shop, there's Lego Star Wars, there's Revell Star Wars kits, there's all sorts. There's a Star Wars presence throughout, despite if you think the films are a load of old toot or not. But anyway.